Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Dow up 273, NASDAQ up 63, S&P up 14 points, VIX up 0.18 at 19.05. So VIX up a little bit with indices up as well. So our stocks go Amazon up 2.7, CrowdStrike up 1.47, SMCI up 1%, Intel up 2.47. Most everything else pretty flat to up or down a little bit. I'm going to use the low VIX 1 DTE bot. It's the one that Steve would use for navigation trading. I'm going to go ahead and use it for a little bit and see how it does. I believe you can find that bot in the Trade Steward Bots channel. It's essentially the same as my 1DTE, except for it targets $7 strikes and it's back tested. Bell's gonna ring here in about 15 seconds. There is the bell. Pre-market, there was U.S. retail sales month over month. Looked like the markets came down a little bit after that data came out. And the low VIX 1 DTE bot did not qualify. So no 1 DTE. S&P currently at 7,118 points. Let's see, in terms of news today, scheduled news. Pending home sales, business inventory is at the top of the hour, and that's it. And then nothing scheduled at all tomorrow. Just waiting for this first bar to be over with and second bar to start. VIX up 1.85%. Getting our second bar here now. Dow up 220, S&P down, or I'm sorry, S&P up 5, NASDAQ up 10 points. I think I might put on my original one, DTE, not the bot one I was referring to. Kind of like my original one. I just got filled on my one DTE. So just got that posted. All right, looking for some big volume. NASDAQ just went red. Not seeing any big volume bars, so no volume runners. A little bounce in the indices coming in. Coinbase weak today, down 2.6%. Expected move of 32 today. Like that matters. Sure would love to see price stay in a 32-point range, though. All right, looking for mighty 90s now. So we're looking for a volume pop bigger than the previous bar. Same color, same direction. Microsoft trying to push up the highs of day, or not highs of day, above pre-market highs. What a nice day yesterday was. I missed most of the morning because I was out turkey hunting, but when I came back, it was pretty choppy price range. Love to see the same today. Nice little bounce here in the indices. NASDAQ went back in the green. Not seeing any mighty 90s setting up. So I'll continue to be patient and wait. No mighty 90s, no volume runners, no trades yet. You can kind of see here, Microsoft had a volume bar that was bigger than the previous, but I'd like to see more separation there on that mighty 90. You see, it's just kind of barely bigger. I'd like to see a little more volume pop. So still looking for big volume or a mighty 90. S&P pushing up. Dow up 368. So the Dow's the strongest. Let's check some earnings. Let's see earnings after the bell today. United. Nothing else I've really traded. Nice push up in the S&P. Trying to get up the highs of day. Still not seeing any mighty 90s or volume runners. About an 18-point push up over the last 10 minutes here. S&P. CrowdStrike pushing up. CrowdStrike is strong. Up 3.8%. Microsoft also strong. A little over 1%. Looking for continuation runners, volume runners, and mighty 90s. Looks like CrowdStrike got a little mighty 90 there. It's already pulling back a little bit though. But definitely had a little bit of volume pop there. I'm sure I want to short CrowdStrike right now. SMCI pushing through highs of day. AMD coming down to lows of day. Dow up 384, NASDAQ up 38, S&P up 19. S&P up through highs of day. Yeah, CrowdStrike still ripping. SMCI getting a big volume bar to the upside. If you want a smaller stock to trade, it's a little too small for me, but it's getting a big volume bar. Need the S&P. One DTE needs the S&P to just slow its roll a little bit. S&P now up 23 points. Counting. Still not in any day trades. Microsoft stands strong. Just being patient. NASDAQ approaching highs of day. S&P right at highs of day. Apple pretty choppy. Amazon chopping. Coinbase chopping. Microsoft ripping. PLTR through highs of day. NASDAQ through highs of day. Need a little bit of a pause in the indices. Up about 22 points in 17 minutes. Need to slow down. AMD, what a bounce back. Wow. Went down and touched lows, and then now is back up to highs. CrowdStrike still pumping. Microsoft still pumping. Tesla pushing up to yesterday's close. Kind of like Tesla lower here, getting pushed back down by yesterday's close. Today we used the 3 DTE. Wow, Tesla's expensive. I'm going to look at the 390 puts in Tesla. 390 puts in Tesla. Filled at 10:30 in Tesla, a little downside continuation. So I'll use right here yesterday's close as my line in the sand if it pushes above it. You can see it's kind of sitting right at it, right here. Need it to stay below it. NASDAQ through highs of day. CrowdStrike still pumping. Microsoft still pumping. Close half my Tesla at 11:30. S&P through highs of day. What a push. Need a little pause in the indices. MU coming down to lows of day. Tesla not cooperating yet. One DT is in the red. Needs a little bit of a pause on the indices. Need a little bit of a pullback. Amazon coming down a little bit. Nasdaq pulling back to yesterday's highs. Just need one good push down in Tesla. I said a good push down in Tesla, not a bounce. Let's go. Other way, Tesla, other way. AMD ripping through highs of day. Wow. Tesla, you can see, is still kind of struggling, which I like. Microsoft pulling back a little bit here. Apple coming down. NASDAQ up at highs of day. Up 103 now is the NASDAQ. Fingers on the trigger for Tesla to close it. It's trying to push above yesterday's close. S&P up at highs of day, through highs of day. NASDAQ through highs of day. S&P or Tesla still struggling a bit. Need a little pause in the indices here. Get some two-way action. Things are looking strong. S&P up 27 now. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any long signals. Need a big red bar out of Tesla here. Hood, nothing but chop. A little dip in the S&P getting bought up. NASDAQ through highs of day. Gonna go ahead and close my Tesla here. Filled at 985. Tesla pushed above my line in the sand. So not a huge loss, Tesla. Apple down to lows of day. One DTE is just barely green. Need some down movement for that one DTE. But it looks like things want to rip. New all-time highs in the NASDAQ. Look at that. New all-time highs. Still just not a lot of opportunities here. Let's see. What's the high all-time high for S&P is 7147. So we're about 13 points away from that for the S&P. MU through lows of day. Could use a little pullback back to S&P's previous day high. That would be nice. Tesla's still grinding higher. So definitely get out there. It looks like S&P wants highs of day. Apple through lows of day, through yesterday's lows. I was looking at AMD for a potential long position, but it bounced too quick for me. Pulled back to yesterday's open and then just bounced immediately. Tesla ripping up now, so again, good out there. S&P up at the highs of day. NASDAQ new all-time highs. I bet the S&P wants all-time highs as well. Almost a 30-point move up off of lows of day. S&P. Microsoft through highs of day. MU coming down. Any type of down movement is going to help that one DTE. Oh, now Tesla getting pushed back down. Yeah, there's the drop I needed in Tesla. That's what I needed. Unfortunately, it had come up too much and I exited. One DTE's up 10%. Tesla. Yep. That's what I wanted out of Tesla. Nice little down move coming in. Very nice little pullback. Help the 1 DTE now. Just sit there. You can stay there. AMD pulling back a little bit. Kind of looking at an upside continuation in AMD here. It's pushed up. It's got a little 3-bar pullback to yesterday's open. Looking at 285 calls. Looking at the 285 calls in AMD on a little upside continuation. Filled at 485. Close half my AMD at 535. Nice little pullback here. The S&P and NASDAQ. Apple flush through lows. One DTE up 18% now. And Tesla's still coming down. Bummer. Put AMD over here so people can see it. So AMD had this little three bar pullback. Now this red bar's turned to green. So I want it to continue higher here. Again, I got to order at 535 to close half my AMD. So if it can push up here a little bit, should hit that. Come on, hit me, AMD. I mean, it's pennies away here. How about 530? Still not filled, even at 530. It's just tap dancing all around my profit target. Oh, bummer. I'm going to move it back to 535. Didn't hit it. Indices catching a little bit of a bounce now. Just go back and forth happening here, and Tesla bouncing now again. Netflix down to lows of day. Man, AMD coming down now. Darn it. It was pennies away from getting filled on that. Get back up there. My 1DT, I have an order. My profit target is $5.85. Currently trading at 635. Tesla popping its head back up. Need AMD to pop up. Microsoft pumping to new highs. Waiting for AMD to do that same thing. AMD coming down now. Man, what a bummer. AMD right at my line in the sand. Need to bounce. See, this is that that importance of hitting that first profit target. Man, I was just pennies away, and sure helps when you can get out of half at 10%. One DTE up 18%. Just need a little more theta decay. Boy, this is quite a bit of chop here from AMD. Microsoft, no chop. Look at it go. AMD's still holding like it wants to continue upward, but no extension up yet. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off. As far as AMD goes, as long as it's holding and doesn't push lower, I'll continue to hold it. But if it pushes below this consolidation, then I'll close it. So hopefully we can get an up move through highs of day. And I'll post in the chat channel when I'm out of it or when I hit profit targets. So I'll catch everyone later. Have a good day of trading. Talk soon.